Do you find yourself working relentlessly from sun up to sundown, day in and day out, and you feel like you're just on this rat race or on this hamster wheel where you're going and you're going and working and you're not really getting anywhere? Do you feel that you've just set out to chase that American dream, and the more you go, the more you do, the further it gets? Don't worry, you are not alone, and we are here to talk about it. Hi friends, so happy to have you back. Sandy Salgado here. I hope that you all find yourselves well and in good health as always. Today's message I titled, "They Have Lied to You All Along." Who is they and what lies have they told? It's not certain individuals in particular that I want to dissect or point out. I think that in general, society has lied to us. The generation of work and hustle and you have to become an entrepreneur, which, listen, let me back up just a little bit. I'm that person that will encourage you to chase your dreams. I'm that person that wants you to discover your purpose, because I do genuinely 100% wholeheartedly believe that we are all here with purpose. But the way in which we approach or we pursue or we set out to conquer our goals and our dreams, and it's that relentless hustle and you never rest, and it's just your priorities are all wrong. I think that society has dressed up this illusion of the American dream all wrong. I don't believe that as a society, especially here in the United States, and with social media and entrepreneurs and everyone trying to make it out there, which again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't pursue your dreams. I'm not saying that you shouldn't open the business. I am that person that wants you to achieve your goals, that wants you to conquer your dreams, that wants you to leave this better world and how you entered into it. So don't misinterpret what I'm saying. But the way in which we get on this rat race, we jump on this hamster wheel where our priorities are not right, where we don't find balance between work and pleasure, or just have some kind of harmonious environment for ourselves, and we burn out and we become exhausted and we become bitter, and we end up resenting the very thing that we once had so much passion and so much love for. That is what I want to talk about today. Finding balance, not believing the lies of society of, you work from 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. till 1, 2 in the morning, and you work until you accomplish your dreams. That is also I'm not saying that you should be extremely passive, but I am saying that you shouldn't be an extremist either. You don't want to go from one extreme to the other, because that only ends up showing that the foundation in which you laid your pillars is not a solid foundation. You have to learn how to find balance between work, between personal life, between social life, between everything that encompasses your life. So what am I trying to say? I guess in simple terms, in simple words, what I'm trying to say is I would encourage you to consider the idea of not having to work so ridiculously hard that you do not allow yourself the opportunity for rest. In that rest, in those moments of silence where you disconnect from the world, where you disconnect from society, you give yourself the opportunity to really find out or look at what it is that you're doing. Look at what it is that you've accomplished. Look at your strengths. Look at your weaknesses. Do not become so enveloped and focused on your dreams. And again, I know that this is a bit of an oxymoron with previous messages that I've said. I'm not disqualifying, discarding, or insinuating that you should slow down in the sense of accomplishing your dreams. Absolutely not. The Bible does tell us that he who does not labor also let him not eat. I'm not saying that you should stop and just sit on your hands and wait on the sideline and wait for your dreams to come true. No, but finding balance, being able to take a moment of rest, to separate yourself from society, to allow yourself to really meditate on what it is that you're doing, to make sure that your plan of action is solid, that it doesn't have any cracks or leaks or anything that will hinder you along the way. That is what I'm trying to say. So many times we become so enveloped and so focused on what everybody else around us is doing, and we think that we have to play catch up or that we have to be side by side with them, when in reality you're running your own race. You don't know the difficulties or the gifts and talents that those other individuals have that you have your eyes set on. What I'm saying is you have to focus on you. Not in a selfish way, but make sure that what you're doing because it is your calling, because it is your purpose, because it is your passion, and not because it looks good on somebody else. So many times I've come across individuals, and I've been guilty of it too. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I haven't jumped on that rat race, that I haven't jumped on that hamster wheel, and that I haven't become exhausted and burnt out because I've lost sight of what it is that I was looking to accomplish because I was so busy and so focused on just getting there. You have to make sure that you check in with yourself, that you take that time of rest, that you take that time of separation to really evaluate what you're doing, why you're doing it, your motives behind everything, your intent, your reasoning, your emotions behind it all. Society has sold us this idea or illusion where we fixate on going after the dream, which again, we do live in a free country and in a country of opportunity, and we are absolutely blessed to be here and to have everything at our fingertips the way that we do. But when you put this obsession before your health, before your emotions, before your family, before everything that makes that everything that encapsulates your life, then at the long run, you're doing yourself a disservice because you have not learned to embrace all of you, not just parts of you. And yes, there are seasons where we have to hustle and bustle and grind and work and just give yourself entirely to the dream. But even in those seasons of busyness or productivity, you have to learn how to disconnect. They have lied to us all along from sun up to sundown, we have to work and we cannot breathe, we cannot take a break. No, you need to be able to disconnect. If you are not emotionally stable, if you are not physically healthy, no matter how much ambition you have, you will not be able to conquer and pursue those dreams 100% to your full capacity because you are not taking care of yourself in all aspects of your life. Having healthy relationships is a must. Having friendships, having mentors, having confidence, having a time for yourself to be able to not be so entirely obsessed and focused on work and pursuing the dreams. You also have to have time or find time or make time to disconnect for just a moment and make sure that you meditate on everything that you're doing. Make sure that you find a little bit of time to find pleasure in the midst of it all. And I know I'm going to get a couple of people that say, well, I find pleasure in the hustle. I find pleasure in chasing after my dreams. And that is great, but that is not what I mean. What I'm saying, and I guess simply said, is your dreams, you have to work at it. You know that you have some kind of responsibility that you have to fulfill in order to get to your dreams, in order to accomplish those goals. And again, if you find pleasure, and we all should, I think, enjoy what we do and as far as our pursuit for our careers. But what I'm saying is finding pleasure in the simple things, learning how to slow down, learning how to take time for you, learning how to take time for your family, learning how to just find balance, and really being able to disconnect and find rest. Rest from social media platforms, rest from the responsibilities, rest from the noise. I guess that sums it up. Rest from the outside noise So much so to be able to listen and hear, and to be able to listen and hear. A lot of times we become so enveloped and so focused and so obsessed and blinded with what we're doing, and we're searching for answers, and we're breaking down, and we're becoming bitter. Sometimes we even shake our hand at God. God, why is this happening? What are you doing to me? Why am I going through this? And we don't realize, we don't stop for a moment to think, maybe if I slow down just a little bit for just a moment and just rest and listen to what it is that your person, that your soul is telling you, that is where the answers are. So in the midst of chaos, and in the middle of busyness and productivity and dream chasing and goal conquering, make sure that you're taking a little bit of time for yourself. The Bible tells us that the Lord is good to those who wait on Him, to the souls who seek Him. And what I mean by that is, the world will tell us to go, to not take time for yourself, to not set true, genuine priorities that will benefit you, because this kind of behavior, this kind of mentality, these kinds of paradigms will benefit society, will benefit the companies. But here God reminds us to take time to seek Him, to seek His direction. We have so many questions, like I said, and if we just stopped to meditate, to seek God's guidance, to know whether or not we're on the right path, life would be so different. The fruit that you bear would be so different. Your level of energy would change tremendously, because you're not just hustle and bustle and relentless work and run and go and never stop. Just take time to rest, one day at a time. So stop for a moment and listen. Your outlook will change the moment you stop talking and you start listening. It is one of the healthiest habits that you can develop. I think I've rambled a little bit too much. Remember, the answers that you are seeking are in your rest. I do hope that this message helps. I do hope to see you again soon. Until next time, God bless each and every one of you. Ciao.